Welcome back, show community. It's your pal, Mr. Merc of Malarkey Studios, and I'm here to talk about the most feared pitch in MLB The Show. To any avid Diamond Dynasty player, you know this pitch well because you literally see it 80% of the time in competitive games. The pitch I'm referring to is, of course, the sinker. Now, if you're like me, you're wondering at times, why is this pitch so overused? Well, the obvious answer is that it's OP. However, what I'd like to do is take a deeper dive into the pitch and show the reasons why this pitch is so powerful. And from what I've researched, I believe the sinker is too OP in the game. And in this video, I'm going to be explaining why this is. Before I dive into this, feel free to subscribe for more content where I break down MLB The Show and its Diamond Dynasty. Now on to the sinker. So first I want to start with what a sinker is. Now I should rightly assume if you play MLB The Show you have a good knowledge on the sinker, so I'll just briefly summarize. A sinker, as its name suggests, is a pitch that moves downward as it heads towards the plate. In other words, it sinks when it comes to the batter. So when using a sinker, what a pitcher will typically hope for is that the batter will make contact. If he makes contact, the ball will be hit more on the top, resulting in a ground ball that should be played for an out. This pitch is really effective in baseball to manipulate double plays and also prevent a home run from being hit. Now, of course, this is how a sinker works in real life, and I have no complaints with that, and if that's how it worked in the show. However, this is not the case. Unfortunately, San Diego Studios has created a pitch similar to a sinker, but isn't quite an actual sinker. So allow me to show you what I'm alluding to. So what you see here is a replay of a game I was in. Now, one of the major issues with a sinker in MLB The Show is that it's used incorrectly. When a pitcher throws a sinker in real life, you want to throw the pitch low. This is because if you hang a sinker, for one, it's not really going to drop, and you can expect the ball to be absolutely crushed. However, MLB The Show is different. MLB The Show players tend to throw a sinker high in the strike zone just as much, if not more, than they do low in the zone. This is because the sinker in MLB The Show actually rises. Now, this is clearly displayed mostly when someone throws a high sinker. So right here I've slowed down a clip of someone using Mariano Rivera throwing a high sinker. As the ball is getting released, you can see where the arm angle is when he releases the pitch. Now examine the clip and you'll see that as the ball is headed for the plate, the ball actually rises higher than the arm's pitching angle, clearly demonstrating a rise in the sinker that doesn't exist in real life. Now, I'm not trying to say that no pitcher has ever botched a sinker and thrown it higher than they should have. That's happened frequently. But in this video, you can see that the pitch still makes a sharp drop at the very end, just before it hits the strike zone. Now, in real life, if someone throws a high sinker, the pitch typically does not drop as if it was thrown right in the spin downward, low in the strike zone. However, MLB The Show doesn't carry this into the game, instead keeping the same spin and movement regardless of where you pitch it. So as a result, the high sinker has become a pitch so overused because of its effectiveness, which is hypocritical because throwing sinkers high in real life would not turn out as successful. I've always hoped that San Diego Studios would make some attempts at fixing the issue. However, they seem to be doing the exact opposite. In fact, San Diego Studios has not only accepted the fact that the sinker is the most superior pitch in the game, but it pretty much encourages its players to overuse the sinker. You can see this best because the company keeps making cards of pitchers who throw sinkers. And it's not only pitchers who threw sinkers in their career, which is understandable and totally okay, but even pitchers in real life who never even threw a sinker are getting sinkers added to their repertoire. The best example of this I can find is Aroldis Chapman. There has never been a point in Aroldis Chapman's career where he has regularly used a sinker in his arsenal. yet MLB The Show still added the sinker to his signature series card simply because it's the best pitch in the game and they needed to make sure he had it to make him even that much better. So regardless, San Diego Studios will still release the card with the sinker because even if the pitcher never uses it in real life, they know how OP the sinker is in their game, and they're more concerned about keeping it that way than trying to balance the pitch well and keeping the best pitchers historically accurate when it comes to the pitches they actually threw. So anyway, I feel like this video is becoming too much of a rant, so I'm going to leave the evidence on the table and let you guys decide what to think. Should the sinker be nerfed in MLB The Show, or should it remain as is? I hope you guys enjoyed the video and consider liking and subscribing for more content in the future, and make sure to have a good rest of your day.